Hello, whores. Today we are going to be trying some popular Hong Kong breakfast foods. We're going to a place called Camois. I pretty much just went on Google Maps and I searched for the items I want to try and picked the place with the best reviews for it and that were closest to me, and that's how I found this place. I love the sign design. It feels so retro and comforting, and it's busy on the inside of the restaurant, so I already know I'm going to be sitting with a bunch of strangers. They have a bunch of food items. I feel like breakfast and lunch culture is this kind of grand ordeal in Hong Kong because you have the hustle and bustle of the city, people are working, so you'll have a diner like this that has a bunch of menu items so people can come in their free time and get a meal that will accommodate their needs. The first item I got is a Hong Kong pineapple bun, and apparently it doesn't even have pineapple in it. It's a yeasty bun and it has like a cookies crumbleless topping on top of it. They gave me some butter for it, so of course I'm gonna spread that butter on there. I'm gonna eat it how they present to me. I was about to dig into the bun, but then they brought out some more of my stuff, so I was like, let me take a video of everything together, let me not be impatient. I also got a Hong Kong milk tea and an egg tart. Now let us dig into this bun. We're excited. It puts me in mind of a concha, or I heard also Japanese melon bread. Biting into the bun, you're first hit with this crispy buttery cookie shell, then immediately you get like that moist yeasty bun. It is the perfect bread for some tea. So of course I'm gonna sip my Hong Kong milk tea. And y'all, this milk tea is like so silky and like velvety. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I was like, wow, this bread, if you're a tea drinker and you like a bread with your tea, you know there's a certain type of bread that really eats when it comes to drinking tea. And that is a bread where when you dip it, it doesn't get completely soggy, like it still has a bit of a bite to it, and that's what that bread was. Next up, look at this high blood cholesterol ass food I'm about to eat. And this is a Hong Kong style French toast. Y'all, they have two pieces of bread, they put peanut butter in between, dip it in an egg, and they like shallow fry it. You know, like with a French toast, you really kind of pan fry it a little bit. This is like shallow fry, bro. Almost, it's pretty much deep fried. Y'all, the flavors are so interesting. It's like savory. I think that results from the fact that it's like it has that fried taste for being shallow fried, as well as the fact that they don't put milk in their egg batter. They just dip it in the egg, as opposed to like a Western French toast, you do milk and egg before you dip it. They also have this substance on the table, and I say substance because y'all, I did not know what that was, and I was being very cautious because it was thick, like it looked like honey, and I was like, I don't want to pour a bunch of honey on my French toast, but it's French toast, so I need some syrup or something. So I was like, okay, let me try a little bit to see what it is. Like, look how thick that thing is. Like, that thing is thicker than a South African woman, so that means it's thick. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm just like sitting there trying to figure it out, and there was two Japanese girls in front of me. They were trying to figure it out too. So I'm asking them, I'm like, what y'all think it is? And we came to the consensus that it is syrup. I believe it's like a golden syrup. I've never seen syrup that thick before, my goodness. But now that we've established that it is syrup, it's time to really get to work. As if my arteries are not screaming enough from the butter, let's add sugar to the mix. Why not? We only live once. YOLO. YOLO. Y'all, this is how you know the syrup is really thick. You know when you pour syrup on like French toast normally, it kind of like slides down and makes a little puddle. But this here is not moving. It did not move. Ooh, time to dig in. Ooh. This here is the epitome of big backish, but it's delicious. Hey. And the Hong Kong milk tea pairs especially well with the French toast because, like I mentioned before, it has this kind of silky texture, but then it's also not too sweet, so the bitterness just cuts through that greasiness of the French toast so well. Also, side note, remember how I said that the pineapple bun put me in mind of a concha? I looked it up, and apparently it's literally derived from a Mexican concha. After World War II, people brought back Western flavors to Hong Kong, somebody got jiggy in the kitchen, and now we have a pineapple bun. But let's try this egg tart. Egg tarts are another popular item in Hong Kong. This egg tart is so light and flaky, and the custard is so creamy inside. Egg tarts are Cantonese and originated in Guangzhou, but then they made its way to Hong Kong. Egg tarts actually used to be a bit of a bougie item where you can only find them in like fancy restaurants, but now they're an everyday pastry you can find in pretty much any bakery here in Hong Kong. But y'all, man, I threw down. I threw down on some big baggish things. As you can see, that French toast was so decadent, it was hard for me to finish it. Of course, I'm taking me a to-go bag. That artery clogging 3000 French toast is staying behind, but I am indeed taking the pineapple bun with me. I really enjoyed trying these unique twists to such familiar items, and y'all, it was so inexpensive. All this stuff cost me $8. I'll probably have the itis after this though.
Do you feel it? your artery.
Yes.